Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM21 Builder Nation story from Bangor City with me, Daniel. It's part 63 today and we are back for two massive games in our season. We've got the SPFL Trust Trophy final against Celtic reserves, and then we're going to skip through a game and play TNS in the Welsh Cup semi-final. They're a side that bar one game this year have had the beating of us all season, so it's going to be interesting to see, after beating us in the League Cup final, if they can stop us winning the Welsh Cup too. But a big game against Celtic first, a lot to reflect on too, and more importantly than any of that, I am very, very excited. Now, given the time of year, you should know it's youth intake time, and we will be focusing on that first, because as the title says, we've finally had some luck. So if you're looking forward to all of that, meeting the new stars, and of course the two big cup games, please do put a thumbs up on the video. If you haven't yet, make sure you do check out the tactical special that was released this morning. I'll put it in the eye above. It focuses on the narrow diamond we use in this Bangor save, how we create it, how it works. It's a really in-depth look at the sort of tactical instructions, the analysis side of things, and the match reports and the heat maps too. So if that's your sort of thing and you want to learn a bit more about it, then please do go and give it a try in the eye above. A massive thank you for your continued support. If you want to stay up to date, subscribe down below and turn that notification bell on. But I don't want to wait any longer. We are going straight to find a message for the youth intake. And here it is. Our youth intake contains a player who is one of the most gifted to come through Bangor City's ranks in recent years. There's a couple who have got better personalities due to his influence. And look at the stats. Look at the ability. 1.5 star ability, 4.5 potential in this team. 4.5 potential is Kai McDonald standard. We'd certainly take that. So 15-year-old Tom Jones, an attacking midfielder, suits our tactic perfectly. Let's have a look at him. Not the best technically in terms of the pass, but have a look at the rest of it. Mentally, fairly professional, excellent at all the key things. Off the ball, decisions, concentration, determination. He's got a bit of flair. He's got everything we need. He's quick, he's agile. The stamina will improve with age. But for 15 years of age, he is a special talent. And we've just got to try and keep hold of him now. So we've signed him to a youth contract. We'll try and get him on a proper one. And once we've wrapped up the league, we'll get him off the bench for a couple of games. Get him involved in that first team squad. Second up, and the other very exciting one, is Peter Holding, an English central defender. 1.5 star ability, 4 star potential. Although in fact, when we go into his profile, he's naturally a right back. He can play either pretty comfortably. But again, decent personality, determined, good decision maker. We talked about that defensively already. Got good potential, already pretty solid physically. And another one who's certainly going to benefit us longer term. So really good to see two quality youngsters in. There's also Aaron Gibbons, 1 star ability, 3.5 potential. Doesn't suit our tactic as a left midfielder. But you've got to be honest, he's going to be a good Welsh League player. And we'd really like to improve him and then get him off to a TNS or somebody else like that. So let's hope with him we can do it. He's got a good personality again. He should improve. And we're starting to produce some real gems here. So a lot of excitement about the youth intake. And things off the pitch looking very, very good. However, on it, we've had a couple of little struggles. So remarkably, after our big defeat at home to Arsenal, they came out and played a largely young team. It was most of the under-23s. It was a real reserve squad. But we did get a 3-3 draw. Leon Bailey was the only first teamer to start and he scored 2 of them. But Joe Duffy got a hat-trick, a great result on the night. And it seems to have added another point to our coefficient. So we're out of Europe at the last 16, but another good run and another promising sign looking forward. Although Badebo did pick up a knock and him and Ethan Vaughan are both struggling. What did happen just after though, with very much a reserve team it must be said, is we lost 3-2 at home to Cardiff Met Uni. We brought on the cavalry towards the end and it nearly saved the day, but not quite. Dean and Brooks got our goals. Lee Verberg with a hat-trick for Cardiff Met Uni. A centre-forward and centre-half who's great in the air, and he just scored 2 headers and then 1 brilliantly powerful finish. It is what it is, but we don't win the title that quickly. TNS won their game, 1-0 away at Bala. So with 4 games to go, it's only 9 points in it. And I can't remember the last time. It's probably the season we didn't win it, season 3, is the last time we've got to this stage and not wrapped it up. So the fact that TNS could well take it to the final 3 games is a good achievement and a very good sign for Welsh football. But today our eyes are not turned to that. We've got to end our winless run against Celtic reserves in the SPFL Trust Trophy final. We're going to make the changes recommended by our assistant manager and we're going to go and look at our squad as at the second attempt we try and win our first trophy of the season. So because of the injury to Badebo, we are having to bring Ryan Hughes into the defence. Aside from that, I'm going to go for my first 11, which means Dean in instead of Glatzel. Benson will be on the bench because he's a good footballer. And aside from that, I think we'll keep it the same. So this is the lineup we've gone for. It's the 11 you've come to expect this year, with the exception of Hughes for Badebo. Wickens in goal, McDonald and Weaver the fullbacks, Alzabad and Ryan Hughes at centre-half. I'm a bit worried about that for the reasons we discussed earlier in the tactics episode. We've got a midfield diamond of Woods, Williams, Brooks and Cottrell. And then Dean and Duffy, 79 goals between them this season. Can they add to it in the big game today? Let's get into the cup final and go and find out. It's 9 changes from the Cardiff Met Uni game. Just Brooks, who played because he was suspended for the second Arsenal leg. And then Ryan Hughes, who of course was a backup player there. They are the 2 who stay. The rest is all change. The Celtic reserve squad, Scott Bain in goal, we obviously recognise. Dylan Barr's a good youngster in game. I don't really recognise the rest. So I'm hoping that's a good sign. Let's go and get into the first half. Ask the boys to prove a point. And fingers crossed, we can win this back-to-back times. Celtic reserves with a massive opportunity. The attendance will be very low. And I don't know where this is being played, but it's a tiny little stadium. 2 sides of it haven't even got a stand. But Celtic have started pretty well here. As Johnson throws into Sandvik. Picks it up on the right wing, in towards Wickens. McDonald heads away. It's fallen as far as Williams. And this is that counter down the middle of the pitch we talk about. Williams with acres of space to run into. Gets himself into the box. Completely unopposed. Cuts it across. And Duffy on the line. It's cleared away somehow. But that is the tactical blueprint we talked about. And it has worked to a T there. Out for a corner kick. It will be taken by Williams. Can we create the first golden chance? As Brooks gets on the end of it. He heads just over the bar. Still 0-0 with 8 minutes gone. But a good chance for Bangor City to lead. As Bain takes the goal kick long down the right wing. Won by Weaver in the air. Only falls for Reynolds though. You've got to say Celtic do look good in possession. They've gone through here. Alzabad nicks it. And Woods clears downfield. The 2 centre-halves running towards their own goal. And they deal with it pretty comfortably. But a long highlight. A frantic start. And it's a through ball for Celtic. Malmo into the box. Chance to shoot. Hits the outside of the post. It was a real good opportunity for the Scottish side there. Arguably, they could have taken the lead, as they've got a throw in with Johnson on the right. They've certainly started this game well. Johnson picks it up, cuts inside to McDonald, finds Reynolds. Through ball again, they've sliced us open. We've been caught out, and that is a wonderfully worked goal. I think we might have to go and have a look at this side, because I'm wondering if they've got better players than we're giving them credit for. If we have a look at Malmo up front, oh wow. He's an 18-year-old striker with bags of talent. He's verging on a wonder kid. Let's have a look at Johnson, the right back, because he's impressed me. He's an Australian international. Oh, this is a completely different challenge to what we thought we had. Let's have a look at a couple more just in case. So Ryan McDonald isn't quite as good. The number 10 Sandvik is very good. And Dylan Barr in the middle, the other one we highlighted, is a good 21-year-old midfielder. So actually, we need to drop to balanced and give them a bit more respect. We've not done our due diligence here, and Celtic reserves, with a very good side, are completely on top. But with 10 minutes to the break, we've got a foothold in this game, and we're coming down the left with Weaver. Of course, we have seen Hughes has got that weaker rating at the back, and he's got the worst match rating here as well. But Weaver puts the through ball, Duffy gets in, and again, the width for the 6-yard box is where our chances come. Joe Duffy puts it in, he levels up with Max Dean on 40 for the season, and we're back on terms before the break. Excellent work, and now the cup final is really all to play for. 2 minutes of stoppage time played, it is half time, and against all odds, we probably don't deserve it. It's Bangor City 1, Celtic reserves 1. Although it could well be Celtic's first team at this rate. So we're going to tell the lads to prove a point. They have done okay, and given the fact that we've got to improve at centre-half next season, we can't have Hughes as the first backup. We've got to find a player with better positioning and that's better playing out from the back. We talked about his pass completed rating. It's something that harms us because we don't beat the press. But Williams tries to do it there. Woods gets it, finds Max Dean. Out to McDonald on the overlap. That is a stunning goal. Going forward, there is no mistakes in this team. It's our first choice and the flying fullback gets in behind. And again, cutting into the width for the box. Kai McDonald puts it in the top corner. 2-1 we lead. Can we get on top now? The ball's cleared by Alzabad downfield. Duffy will chase Riley, who will get there first. He goes down the wing to Johnson. Ryan Hughes heads up and away. Finds Brooks. Back into the left back Weaver. Up to Duffy. Turns and holds it up well. Finds Brooks again. Into Archie Woods. Chips it up towards Duffy. Towards Dean. Lemmer heads away as far as Johnson. It's a brilliant game of football. Cup finals are normally cagey. Normally one side doesn't perform. But here, it's been all guns blazing. As Wickens gets up and clears the ball long. Finds Max Dean who flicks on. Finds Cottrell. He's got Duffy with him. Goes alone. Oh, you can't plan for that. You can't plan for that. What a goal from Ben Cottrell. There is no preparation you can do that stops a pile driving 30-yarder like that. 3-1 Bangor City. Hopefully game over. And what a moment of magic from Ben Cottrell. They've got a free kick Celtic on the halfway line. Riley chips it forward. Malmo's got in behind again here. But he's put it wide of the post. We're going to go and make our first change. Brooks hasn't had a brilliant game. So Cannell will come on for him. I will look at Woods in the holding role as well. Just because he's on that yellow card. And I'd like to take Hughes off. But we haven't got another centre-half, I don't think. As Kelly gets it edge of the box. Finds Yema. Overlapping. Puts it just wide. Let's go and get Benson on. Into the holding role. Just give us that solidity. I am going to also take Hughes off. And I'm going to bring on Dean Rogers. Cup final experience after joining in the summer. And surely can't be any weaker. He might have to start in the next game because Weaver's shattered. But with 2 minutes to go, I think we're going to do it. And with half an hour gone, we had no thought of winning this cup final. It was about how many we could keep it down to. But dropping our tactic, playing a bit more defensively and hitting them on the counter... It's worked and it's gone in our favour. As Cannell gets it back to the edge of the box. Oh, Benson's got it through Scott Bain. A mistake from the experienced keeper makes it 4-1 in stoppage time. And never, as a result, this season flattered us so much. Bangor City 4, Celtic Reserves 1. And I've no idea how we've done that in a very even game. Look at the expected goals. 1.5 for Celtic, 1.06 for us. And let's be honest, a Ben Cottrell screamer, a keeper error... and a couple of lucky chances have really flattered us in this game. But the boys come up to collect the trophy. We failed in the League Cup final against TNS. But for the second year in a row, we have won the SPFL Trust Trophy. We beat Celtic Reserves in the final. They played a lot of first teamers. But we get the result. We get a trophy in the bag. And with the league surely to follow very shortly, at minimum, it's going to be a double this year. Another successful one with the run in Europe. And we can look forward to the future with Bangor City, knowing that TNS are on our tails as well. Maybe they can compete in this competition next year. A very interesting couple of weeks on and off the pitch. Firstly, some good news. A new contract for 3 years, and we've got an extra £1,000 a week as well to enjoy. So a really good offer from Bangor City. They're getting behind us, they're backing us. In terms of on the pitch though, it's a little bit mixed. The good news, we've wrapped up the league title. We won away at Newtown, and TNS were held thanks to a 94th minute equaliser from Cardiff Met Uni. Otherwise, we'd still be going for it. I know with goal difference, it was all but over, but it would have been really nice for them to take it to the final 2 or 3 games. In terms of on the pitch though, there is also a little bit of bad news. If I just scroll back for you a couple of days, Kai McDonald has got himself out for basically the rest of the season. So Jack Hankin will come back into the team for the big game this weekend. The Easter Friday Cup semi-final follows a big win at Newtown, and it all started horribly. 3 minutes in, Matt Jones scored for Newtown. They had 2 exceptional chances either side. It should have been 3. As it is, we gave them a kick up the backside, and hat-tricks for Cottrell, for Max Dean, and 1 apiece for McDonald and Glatzel wrapped up an 8-1 victory. But oh, how different it could have been. Peter Holding came on at half-time. He made his debut, one of the youngsters from the intake. We would have put Tom Jones there as well, but he was out injured. So today, for the Welsh Cup semi-final against TNS, we've got to beat the bogey side. They're going to be more determined than ever. They want to wrap up a cup double. But for us, it's a great opportunity. So Jack Hankin comes in for McDonald. I'm just looking at the couple that I rested before. So Joe Duffy had a knock. He'll come back in for Glatzel. Weaver was on international duty. He'll come back in for Rogers. And Brooks is back in for Cannell. Only 5 subs in this competition, so we're going to have to be a bit more careful. And I don't really know which ones I want to go for at the moment. So we're definitely going to get Maguire in there. We're definitely going to bring Glatzel back in. And that means Palmer will miss out for Cannell. And then do we leave Hughes there so we've got a defender? Or maybe even Rogers? I'm not quite sure. I think we're going to go Rogers. He's been in better form than Hughes. That's our first 16. And this is the lineup we've gone for today. The only change from the last game is the right back. Jack Hankin in. That's enforced due to the injury to McDonald. And pretty soon, he's not going to be the best youth prospect that's come through the club. So we'll make the most of it at the moment as we head into the Welsh Cup semi-final. Are TNS going to beat us again? or can we finally show our superiority? Tom Clifford in and captaining the side for TNS. He's on course to win Player of the Year in the Welsh League this year. Given how some of ours have performed, that's exceptional. Vigar's still amongst the goals. Noah Daly's back after injury. We know all about him from Cliftonville and FM20. But a really solid side, TNS. It's going to be a tough game. And we just want to sort of encourage them because they really can develop in the next few seasons. They can become a brilliant side. We just need them to really take the ball by the horns. They're playing that tactic that we found a bit awkward. So let's see how we go in the semi-final today. 25 minutes gone. Tom Clifford picking up a yellow card and a free kick in a very dangerous area for Max Dean. We've seen him score loads of these and that one just hits the top of the bar. Over it goes and it remains goalless. TNS have a throw at right back. Interestingly, Asa Hall said that they've changed their tactic from the last match. So do they not play this tactic against anyone else? It's just us they defend against. As Woods picks it up in the middle to Williams. Through to Cottrell. Chance to turn. Gets it into Dean. I think he was offside. Oh, it's not given. I'm pretty sure he was off. One of the defenders is furious. But Max Dean slides it in at the near post. It's 1-0 to Bangor City. And it's not the most exciting performance in the world. But with our first shot on target, we'll certainly take it. As TNS are playing out from the back with Hodgkinson. 10 minutes to the break. They've really competed in this game. And this is what happened in the League Cup final. We were 1-0 up and then we just threw it away. But we are nicking the ball higher up here with Williams. Woods finds Brooks. He's gone forward but he goes back to Weaver, the left back. Into Woods again. Time on the ball. It's all a bit comfortable. They're dropping really deep here. Max Dean finds Williams again. It just needs the right through ball. Instead we play safe. Woods goes all the way back to Alzabad. Through towards Duffy. It's headed down as far as Brooks. Into the penalty area. Can he get the cross in? It's a good challenge, Rutherford. Oh, he's not. The referee has given a penalty. Not in a million years was that a pen. We're going to let Ian Brooks take it because I just want to get it wrapped up now. It's about the best penalty taker taking it. So here he comes, Ian Brooks versus Loughborough. And if he scores this, we should be in the Welsh Cup final. Smashes it down the middle. The keeper dives to his right. And it is Bangor City 2, TNS 0. Not really the greatest game in the world, but we've got the result again. And that's all that matters at this stage of the season. As we reach half-time, we've restricted TNS and we've scored both of our shots on target. It's been a clinical performance. It's not been an exciting one. We'll certainly take it. Noah Daly's not going to last much longer. He's come back from injury and isn't really fit. But we've got a chance to really wrap this up now. As Dean gets it from Hankins' throw on the right. Gets towards the byline. There's loads of men streaming into the box. Cutbush heads away as far as Antwi. Are TNS going to counter us here? Back to Clifford. Gives it away again though. Hankin picks it up. Through ball. Williams chases. Loughborough's out off his line in a shot. And he gets there pretty comfortably. But his distribution's poor. Only finds Hankin. Dean gets in. He must be offside. The flag goes up. It remains 2-0. But a let off for Loughborough. Poor distribution. And it's almost cost them again. We're just over 20 minutes remaining. It stays 2-0. Duffy's not had a good game, so he's going to go off for Glatzel. Williams the same. Will be replaced by Cannell. And then if it's still 2 in a few minutes' time, we'll just give Weaver that little rest he really needs. But at the moment, we've restricted TNS brilliantly. So Dean Rogers on for Weaver. Last 12 minutes of the game. And it should be a comfortable 2-0 win. Exactly what we need against a side like this. We can't blow TNS away anymore. They really are a good team. And I just hope next season they continue the trend. Don't sell off all their stars. Continue to build this squad. And finally produce something special in Europe. But for us, we're through to the Welsh Cup final. Let's go and find out who we face. And it's a chance to wrap up another treble. Could be identical to last year. Let's go and see who we've got. Well, I've got to say, surprise package of the season are our rivals Bala. They're up in third in the league and they've won the semi-final of the Welsh Cup as well. So we will face them in the final. Their star player, ironically this season, is Macaulay Flanagan. 10 goals, 5 assists in all competitions. Our former youth prospect. Didn't want to hang around and try and develop here. But he's becoming a star there. You've got to give it to him. So that will be the final episode of the season in just a few weeks' time. We've got 3 league games to get through. We can get some of those hot prospects into the squad. And then we'll be back for the Welsh Cup final and our end of season review. So if you did enjoy this episode, those 2 brilliant performances, please do put a thumbs up on it. Let me know in the comments what you think of us finally getting a great youth intake, and of course you can catch up in the eye above with the tactics special earlier if you want to learn more about how we play this diamond. If you haven't already, subscribe down below and turn that notification bell on. You'll get alerts as daily content releases on the channel, as well as every time we go live for our stream series with Dundee United. And there's a link up in the eye above to the podcast channel too. And thank you so much for your incredible support. But I hope to see you next time, a big Welsh Cup final, and we get to play the rivals. This season's surprise package, can we wrap up the treble? See you next time to find out.